couple months ago, Code left like a post-it on the door.
They weren't really being helpful. I mean, they were just looking to criticize my house.
I didn't like them. To me, they're too strict.
First initial thought was trouble and fear because, no one wants to get that post-it from the city hall saying you need to fix this and fix that. And knowing that you don't have the funds to fix it yourself, it's a very scary situation to be in.
Of course, I've heard horror stories about them, people having to pay fines and then eventually being unable to pay the fines and losing their houses. I was very concerned about if I could take care of what it is they were asking me to take care of.
Code has always been the feared division. Everybody feared Code. I'm the Assistant Director of Code Compliance for the City of Lake Worth Beach. We're not citing for revenue. We're citing to do, as Florida Statute 162 states, to come into complete voluntary compliance. And because of Healthier Lake Worth Beach, we have a more compassionate side of Code, and they realize that we're not the enemy, that we're here to work together as a team to bring the community into a sustainable environment.
We're out of code violation for the front window that's behind me, and then the back gate that's in the back of the house.
I wanted to rent one of my apartments out. I have a duplex in the back. The lawn needed to be done. We had to paint the house and the apartments both and clean everything up and light fixtures, things like that.
We told them that, we couldn't afford to do those things. And then a few days later, Carmel and her team came knocking at the door. My grandma spoke to them.
Things weren't getting done, and I had to have it done by a certain date, and I couldn't get it all done, so I called Code Compliance, and she called Carmela, and that's how I got in touch with Healthier Lake Worth.
I was interested in assisting the community in a far greater capacity, and so were they. And we started brainstorming ways in which we could better assist the community.
I was really surprised that the code enforcement, instead of just harassing me, would be willing to reach out with this organization and help me. It was a real godsend, a real blessing.
The part that surprised me was the fact that they went out and found an outreach program for us through Healthier Lake Worth Beach, and they found us people that were able to assist us and help us out versus just giving us the code violations and saying, hey, sorry about it.
We're very clear on the fact that we help every district within the city and not one particular area. Our code staff provide the application, and if they meet the criteria, then they are allowed the assistance regardless of where. So my knowledge changed in the fact that some districts you would imagine would not need assistance as much as others, but then with their help, I realized every district is in need because everyone is going through difficulties, financial difficulties, and suffering in some capacity.
I'm on a fixed income. A lot of people are. I've got a lot of single parents. A lot of immigrants are here. They're just looking for a better life and to have, a place to call home, and and they're just getting by. We're all just getting by.
They've been a big help to me. She got people over here to paint and to do the lawn and just do different things, make it look really nice now.
The residents are extremely beneficial of the help that Healthier Lake Worth Beach provides, especially financially. And then they have a team of volunteers who come in and assist with bringing the properties into compliance. So not just the city staff, but the residents as well are appreciative of everything they do to assist us.
They fixed the garage. They not only painted the house, but they took care of my lawn. They pressure cleaned all my sidewalks and driveway. I'm just really amazed at all they did. I'm really humbled by it. I didn't think that, code enforcement would have, this organization just, help me get my house in order.
Looks so much better and nicer. They were a big help. Thank you very much for everything.
They went above and beyond to help us out, and keep this in mind. These aren't people that we know. These are complete strangers. That's just my experience. To know that there's other households in the community that they're doing the same thing for, it kind of gives you a comfort knowing that there's good people out there still.
So many instances you see organizations where the funds are not going back, but they are definitely going back in the community, and I appreciate it. And if they can just continue to support code compliance in the city of Lake Worth Beach through their organization, we'll really appreciate it.
I think it's a wonderful program. I support it 100%. I just wish more people knew about it. You could have just a little paragraph of what you offer, and it'd be nice if it was included in everybody's utility bill, so people, when they get their bill and they've been cited, can look at that and say, oh, maybe I can get some help.
My long-term vision is for Healthier Lake Worth Beach to obtain the financing that they need to continue to help the community, because as I stated before, it is extremely beneficial. Another vision would be to start at a very young age, and maybe even having coloring books for the children about a sustainable community, so as they grow within the community, they'll have a better understanding of why it's important not just to fix up the properties, but to educate them so that we're not just giving them a fish, we're teaching them how to fish as well, so they say.